Why, hello, and welcome to the Weirdo Records Record Roundup, something we do here at Weirdo Records for the Boston Hassle every once in a while. Weirdo is a store in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and Angela, me, and Mark, we come around and tell you about some records that we like. Mark, what is this ghostly thing that we are listening to?
This ghostly tape that we are listening to is a tape just put out by Anonymous Dog, which is Pete from Gorilla Toss's label, and it's called the John Shea Collection. It's a pretty far out, all over the place tape. John Shea may be the lead singer of Johnny Kill and the Death Machines, may be the dad of someone local here. No one really knows. But this tape is truly all over the place. I mean, from really fucked up, trying to be Guns N' Roses jams, to this really far out, scuzzed out folk pop jam, to faux raga jams, to, I mean, just really all over the place. And really must be the secret music of dads. This guy obviously is just sitting in wherever he's sitting by himself in this fancy studio, just making whatever the fuck he wants. And someone handed it to Pete from Gorilla Toss to put out, and has put it out. And I can't recommend it enough. It is just, for the outsider lover, it is definitely one to have in the collection, I would say.
Nice, nice. And I think you were right. You were saying earlier that it reminded you of our Stevie Moore and Ariel Pink and stuff that sort of like takes in a lot of pop and rock influences and just filters them through a really psychedelic mindset.
Yeah, there's like no commercial or even trying to like sound like anything except what he wants to sound like.
Yeah.
And it's really just like a really pure form of outsider music that you don't really come across too often.
Yeah, it's just some guy in his 50s named John Shea who lives we don't know where.
Exactly, yeah. The inside of the tape says, there exists a group of extreme individuals dwelling in an unknown suburban forest of the northeastern region of the USA under a sanctuary they refer to as Initial Rock. It is from these individuals that these rare recordings were uncovered as they felt the sounds of this nebulous being they've come to call John Shea must be heard even by the most common of humans. Says it all right there.
That's pretty nice. And we watched a video that the guy made where he was wearing a hoodie and sunglasses and purporting to be 4 or 5 people in like an anthemic stadium rock band of some kind, like pictures of him on a motorcycle, that sort of thing. But he's also doing this.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty awesome new tape from Pete from Gorilla Toss, who has a new store in Jamaica Plain called Deep Thoughts.
Deep Thoughts JP. If you haven't been by yet, Weirdo thoroughly tells you to go by and check it out as soon as you can.
Absolutely. Nice, thank you. How pretty.
What do you have for us this week?
I'm here with a record called Harafin So. The cover looks like it's all one word, Harafin So, but it's actually 2 words, Harafin So. I don't know what that means because it's in the Hausa language, which is Nigerian, and I can't understand a word of it. So this is a compilation of contemporary film music from Nigeria, from northern Nigeria, sort of mid-northern Nigeria, a city called Kona. Did I say that right? Let's see. Let's look at the liner notes and see if I can remember the right city. Kano. I'm totally wrong. I don't know my Nigerian geography that well. Anyway, what I can tell you is that you're hearing a whole lot of autotune.
Didn't this send you into like a T-Pain black hole or something like that?
I absolutely spent a lot of time on the internet looking up T-Pain stuff because of this record. So this record is purported to be Bollywood inspired, which kind of makes sense because contemporary Bollywood definitely takes a lot from contemporary rap music at this point.
Yep.
But most people in the West, when they think of Bollywood, they think of like 1967 to 1975 sounds. So it's a surprise. But it's a nice record, and the singing is really interesting. A lot of the female singers have these really particularly clear voices, and it comes through in a really weird way with all the autotune all over it. The other thing is that the film community in this northern city in Nigeria, Kano, of course it's called Kannywood. There's like there's like 10 for every letter of the alphabet that you can come up with. This is a film community that didn't start until the 1990s.
Oh, wow.
So it starts out on VHS, and it's just now getting to be big enough where there's like the attendance soundtracks have their own stars, and you can have a musical career off of it. So it's just an interesting, like, nice thing, and I always like it when somebody actually goes out and finds interesting contemporary music from an exotic place that I've never been to and couldn't find on a map. That's nice. So yeah, house of music from Nigeria. Film soundtracks by people whose names I can barely pronounce, and it sounds just like T-Pain. Really does.
Awesome. So this has been the Weirdo Record Roundup with Mark and Angela here at Weirdo Records in Cambridge. Come see us and have a nice day.